So we have completed our first week of school using the curriculum that I talked about in one of my later videos. And I wanted to talk about something that I don't talk about too much in that video, and that is the Memoria Press curriculum guides. If you are using Memoria Press, I highly, highly recommend these because I feel like they keep you to some extent from getting overwhelmed. And let me explain why. So we're using Memoria Press for our daughter. No, we're not using their math. Okay, this is why I've crossed it off. But if you're not using all of the subjects, is it still worth getting? Absolutely. Because if you see right here, Latin is only done on days 1, 3, and 5. English grammar is only done on days like 1 and 2, and then composition is done on day 3. So if you have the curriculum, let's just say for English grammar, and you're like, okay, we're gonna try to get it all done. You may be trying to do composition lessons at the same time as English grammar lessons, when in reality, they're not meant to be done at the same time. For example, Core Skills, that's a book that comes in the curriculum for grammar and composition, but you don't do all those lessons, and you definitely don't do them every day. They're like a once a week thing, and I think the first lesson starts on page 60. So this helps guide you from being, in my opinion, completely overwhelmed, because like states and capitals is done one day a week on this 1 week. It's so helpful to have. But let's just say your child is doing different things from like the normal 3rd grade. That is where, and I used this last year, I think, and this year, this is their customizable one, and it comes in a digital file, and it is amazing because you can put in whatever subjects your child is doing. So for example, my 7th grader, we started the classical composition a little bit later, and you have to do it from like start at the beginning. So we're like 1 year behind. So instead I put the 6th grade composition in, and so it's all in here. In addition to that, if you're doing different literature books than they're doing, for that grade, they sell digital, they're like pretty cheap files that have the lesson plans for that book. So for example, we bought this in digital form. I used a very simple PDF to Word converter to put it into Word. I took out all of The Hobbit and all of Anne Green Gables because we've already read those books, and then I just inserted the parts that were Robin Hood because we bought the Robin Hood literature guide, the schedule for it, and I put them in, and then I was able to print it out. I was also able to put in all of her math lessons in the bottom. It is so helpful because you're not just like open and go. You know what you're doing with different days. Like for example, even classical studies, Christian studies, Horatius to the Bridge, Christian studies, Horatius to the Bridge. No way we could do all those every single day. But the guide tells us what we're supposed to do each day and makes life so much simpler.